The Whiskey Brothers podcast is intended for an adult listening audience. If you find yourself easily offended, I guarantee this will do it.
They don't want no problem, nah.
From Houston, Texas, the Whiskey Brothers podcast starts now.
Welcome to the Whiskey Brothers podcast. Just like that, 993, we're in it. Trey Tutson, Slade Ham, Jerry Wayne, Mouse.
Empty space.
You got a Mickey Mouse look going on there. You look like Gwen Stefani. Let's pour up some whiskey. It has been a good day.
We haven't heard Slade like this in a while.
Yeah, usually I want to choke every motherfucker that walks in here, but today...
It sounds like 2018, Slade.
That's it was a slow decline once once the pandemic happened.
Yeah.
Adam Taylor over there, ones, twos, threes, fours. We have spent the day working on an incredible project, and he never ceases to amaze me. Jerry Wayne Longmire, Will Loden, and the gang helping out. That's what happens at Whiskey Land. So fashionably late, we welcome you to the chat anyway. Sam is on a ship, if I am not mistaken. We are, damn it, Joe Breda. We might be out.
Do you have Jack? I do.
I got Jack for you.
God bless you.
Let's just do it. Let's just
Christian soldier.
So fucking.
And I'll pull from my own. We just like the boss went to lunch and we just all reached into our desk all of a sudden.
Jack.
Trey, what would you like a shot of?
Jameson.
Now you tell me something, man. You what happened? You were on the way over here. And just some lights in the rearview mirror.
This was fucked up. Irony for you. I was jamming the Kanye song. Guess who's going to jail tonight? As I'm getting pulled over by the police. Which my dog is sick. He's fucked up. So I'm on the phone trying to figure that out. He's bleeding all over the place.
Wait, your dog's shitting blood.
Blood, puddles of blood.
But
and
that's not hell. Did you take it somewhere?
No, this is what happened. I left him out because I like for him to be free. It's his place too, even though he doesn't. Whatever.
You just don't want blood in the carpet.
Yeah, and he ate a bunch of tea candles. Like
it's not worth laughing.
A whole get this out.
With the metal
he's
pieces
stupid.
and
He ate the whole tea candles.
Wait a second. So he didn't
like
stop.
3 of these bitches.
He didn't stop at the first. He wasn't like this
He
sucks.
had one in his cage. Like he had ate a bunch of them, and then he had one that was in that he was in the cage just still. And I was like, you know what, man? You just finna learn your lesson. You know, I did the thing. I did the touch the stove with him.
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I mean? No. And boy, he been shitting candles for ever since he ate them up. Like
How long ago was this?
Shit, when he ate them candles, probably. Shit, Friday, maybe? I don't know. I think he ate them over the weekend. I can't remember when, but I left him out like I did. He ate all the tea candles. Fucked up my romantic evening. You know
right.
What I had plans with them tea candles.
Those were. You just had 4 lonely tea candles.
Yeah, I had.
Trey spent 13 cents on some romantic evening.
Yeah, you know how hard it is to serenade a woman with them Jesus candles, nigga. That's
yes,
big tall Jesus candles.
Now, you can get the big tall ones, but they can't have actual Jesus.
Yeah,
on them.
exactly.
Nobody wants to do nothing with a Mother Mary
heroin addict in the front of them,
clapping in front of you.
Yeah,
that's not.
So he ate all the candles, and now he's messed up, man. So I got that going on. Hey, the dog is blah, blah, blah. I got that coming through the speaker. And then I'm doing, like, whatever to get here, you know, because I've been dealing with that. So I'm flying to get here, and then the cop got behind me and stopped. Wow, that's fucking...
Yeah, you speeding with that amplified, my dog is sick blood. Yeah.
So I'm trying to tell him, hey, man, look, my dog is sick. I'm trying to pump up my alibi. He goes, oh, yeah, your dog's sick in that way. You're going to bring him some Modelo? And he saw the bottles, and I was like, just go write the ticket.
Good on him for having some snap.
He was like, oh, dog's sick.
You know the Modelo's for me because my motherfucking dog is sick.
I tried to do all that. I just gave up. And he wrote me a ticket, but it's fine.
How fast were you going?
I wasn't even really going that fast. I was doing like 111 in the 60. and he only that's not really as fast as you think it is.
Yeah.
It goes up to like 140.
Yeah, the car.
So, you know what I mean? Yeah. So
you're like 2/3 of the way there.
And he told me, he was like, he just wanted to write a ticket. He ended up only clocking me at like 70. Saying he clocked me at 70.
It's not your fault he had a football injury.
Yeah. Yeah.
So cheers to your you being free. And having you on the show, and Jerry, to a good day's work, and to our good friend Adam.
Good job, guys. Y'all went out there.
To everyone, this is Jameson. I can do this. This is the poison that doesn't bother me anymore. Well, no, but the
Slade, you lost the Jameson face.
I lost the ability to do it as frequently and big as I was doing it. But I don't have I never got to the Jameson experience of like where you have too much and it makes you sick and you can't do it again. Like you ever had, tequila's the big one, right? Where you,
Most people.
where you have.
No, not for me. I love tequila.
But tequila tends to be the one that people are like, oh, I can never do that again because of this night.
A girl told me about that.
A
It's
tequila.
most often girls, I think.
And you have but it brings back, and I drink tequila and I will still drink tequila, but there's a watery metallic flashback
That's
to
salivating.
tequila that shows up in your mouth when right now it's doing it. We were talking about tequila. And I'm at Changing Times, 1999, Beaumont, Texas. I know the bar, I know the night, I know the experience, and it instantly, every time I do tequila, I got to walk through that night in my mind to do the tequila.
How rough was that? How many did you do?
All
how
of them.
many
Just whatever they would give me, I did.
You did.
And I remember this was because I didn't drink.
This is Ponytail Slade?
Yes. That one. Okay. That's how this dude before real Slade. Right, you know what I mean? The egg I came out of.
Slade BC.
Yeah, that's crazy right there. Ponytail Slade. And you seen him?
I only met Ponytail Slade once, I think, in the very early, because you cut it very
You
short
would have.
after that.
I cut it so early in my. There is about 9 months.
Maybe
think
I saw pictures.
9 months to a year of my comedy. It might have been long. It might have been 2 or 3. Now that I'm thinking about it.
Okay.
I have to do the math.
I feel like the very first time
I don't think it made it to
long hair.
04, but that's I'm almost. In fact, I know it didn't because I had short hair. When I opened my comedy club, I had short hair, so I would have cut it somewhere between before August of 2003.
I'm just trying to get a gauge, to see if somebody was holding it while you was puking over this tequila. That's all I was trying to see how much hair we had.
No, I was holding my. Even back then, I was a good drunk.
You wouldn't let another guy hold your hair while you vomited?
I won't let. Well, there's no reason
He
for you
won't stand in the room with you while your pants are off and talk to you.
He'll stand there. He just can't stare at me.
Damn sure not gonna let some dude. Somebody, hey, bro,
This
get off me.
was
Hey, bro.
No, I just don't. That's one of those situations where I can't find the purpose. Like, why are you in here watching me puke in the first place? Like,
Because
this is me.
You obviously need help.
Right, but if you're my home, bro, in a half hour, I'm gonna knock on that door if you haven't come back out. And if you don't answer, I'm gonna open it real quick and toss a water in there like a flashbang. Just in case, you know what I mean? I'm not trying to see you at your worst, bro. Be miserable.
Hold your hair when you used to, if you would
you let somebody hold your beard?
No.
Not while he threw.
Hell no.
That's what you got to watch out for. You don't want to get. You got no long hair, but that you want.
I am a good. I do not puke often. It's usually about every 3 to 4 years. But when I do, it's projectile. It gets away from me.
Strong.
Oh damn. Okay.
Is it just from alcohol, or is there, are there foods involved?
Well, I have Crohn's disease, so
right.
every once in a while something will trigger me and fuck with me. But I got an alcohol that did that to me, and I didn't know it about myself.
Why are you snorting? Because
I'm not trying to make this type of. It's just funny. He has Crohn's. And most of those people are slim. That's what.
Yeah.
You're like
everybody in my support group looks like a Holocaust victim.
It's wild
terrible.
to me. They're mostly.
That's what got you snorting.
Yeah, because it's weird. It's like when you see a big crackhead. You're like, what? How? Well, how did you not lose the weight? That's part of it.
How you doing?
Not always, apparently.
Not always, though.
Hey, he cocained his way through this weight too. This is not.
I am destined to look like this.
Everything. I'm not certain starvation will get him at this point. I'm sure.
I just have like a really
coma.
skinny neck right before I died.
Yeah, that literally be it. What Jerry died of starvation. Well, he looks great.
Great.
God damn.
I wish I starved like
He
this.
lasted forever.
It's been a month.
So, do you have an alcohol that's puked you, or is it?
Well, yeah, two sides of it, but like, the whiskey, like, cause up to that point, that was the only time I had ever been like vomiting drunk when we did that Christmas show, and I had never experienced it, and I remember Shay just being like, I got the window down, I'm dogging it,
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I feel fucking great. She was like, oh, you finna come crashing down. Because, she had drank in infidelity and stuff. So, she was used
When she said, you finna come, I thought we were about to learn a new thing about you. Also, when I'm drunk and throw it up, I come.
Yeah.
with his head hanging out the window and fucking whiskey spit.
What I do. But that's the first. And for a while, like I couldn't stand the smell of it. Like I was just like,
See,
why did I let that do that to me?
Whiskey's a tricky one though because those are all different smells.
Mm-hmm.
Like tequila's tequila,
Yeah.
right? Gin is fucking gin.
So that's gin's mine.
Yeah,
Gin's the one that got me.
I got there with gin without throwing up. I
what?
tasted it and was like,
You know
And
what?
then-
You know what happened to me is I didn't know that gin's a different kind of drunk, right? You know, like Jack Daniels. You hear a lot of people talk about Jack Daniels because it's a sour mash whiskey, and sour mash is different than bourbon. And sour mash is one of those things that makes people go crazy.
Right.
Tequila, another one of those things makes people go crazy. Well,
Is
I
it
didn't know
the
this.
agave or is it the what is it about the is it the
I don't
root,
know, honestly.
Is it the root mash that makes
yeah,
you crazy?
I really do not
it's
know.
consistent. You can gin, tequila, and Jack fucking Daniels
Yeah.
are the three things that
Make
will
people
make
lose
you
their
punch a
mind.
cop
Yeah.
in a mall.
That's okay. So I got a different, relationship with it. I love drinking tequila because it only increases my energy.
But you got the right mix for it, whatever the your chemistry
Usually
is.
it's Sprite. Oh, you talking about my body?
Yeah, your
Right,
body
yeah.
chemistry. Because I can drink tequila. Tequila makes me feel great. I
Yeah,
have a good
okay.
time. Whiskey makes me feel great. I went hunting with a dude that used to be my friend. And
He has two names, too.
We were hanging out, and their hunting
Dick
shack
Cheney.
was basically a trailer house, out in the woods. And he had a bottle of, I think it was Bombay Sapphire gin.
God.
And I never drank gin before. And we got 3/4 way with that bottle, and there was an ass whooping that commenced.
Who hit who?
I started it. I turned out to be violent as fuck on gin. Gin makes me angry and
Okay.
irrational.
I don't need this for
But-
continuity.
No.
man. I'm fucking-
You're-
But I was puking and fighting. I was like puking and fighting. I puked and got mad at him and started fighting this motherfucker.
Throw him up.
And when I accidentally threw up on him, he got mad and wanted to fight back. And then we just that's I'm not gonna say that's when our friendship ended, but it
Took a turn.
Yeah, I won't say that it ever fully came back from that. And then
see.
like 4 years later, I was in Dallas, Texas, I think doing some shows, and somebody mistakenly, for whatever reason, brought me a bottle of Tanqueray gin. And I was like, well, maybe it's just that Bombay Sapphire stuff. And so I sat in my hotel room drinking it. And next thing I know, 4 o'clock in the morning, I'm out in the parking lot yelling at my fucking hotel neighbors.
What?
Stirring up shit in my fucking underbritches. It's not.
Oh my God, this is funny. So who knew that's what makes him Republican?
Yeah.
Right? Like we all got a thing that makes us something.
It
Who
may have made me
knew?
racist, too.
That-
I don't
that's
know.
what
It was
makes
bad.
you-
It was bad.
It's like shit. We would have heard them Dr. King facts differently last week.
On that
Goddamn
Bombay.
thing. It would have been shut up, Jerry. Jerry, if you don't shut the fuck up, like
Oh my God! That's interesting that you bring up the second story. I was about to ask if everyone's stories are actually, if it's causation or if it's correlation, right?
Yeah.
If you're actually acting that way because that liquor makes us act that way, or if it's just we're in shitty places in our lives when we choose to drink this stuff, and that comes out.
Yeah. Actually, both times I was in a pretty great mood when it started.
I don't know that it's the. I don't know that
I
it's
was
your actual
doing
now.
some good.
But did you have? It's the deep-seated shit that I think the alcohol
Oh,
unlocks.
yeah,
It goes and
yeah,
roots
yeah,
around in the
yeah,
closet.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
what's this? I haven't seen
Yeah.
this in a while.
There's
It
definitely
starts-
my dad is a cocksucker. Let's
Yeah.
do this.
yeah. So gin makes me angry.
Yeah.
Like I told my mom like we can't
Really? It makes
drink.
you angry, too?
It makes me like really
Does
angry.
it? But when you say it makes you angry, does it bring up things that you weren't thinking about
Yes.
before the gin?
Yes.
That's
100%.
rooting around in the
100%.
closet.
100%.
Oh, you remember her? You're like,
Yeah.
bitch, I do, and I thought I didn't anymore.
Yes.
And you showed up and
Yeah.
knocked it out of me.
I don't recommend doing that with a parent
Yeah.
because that's what I'm angry and I'm bringing up stuff. I'm bringing up and it's not and it's just different. And they want to be mad at my mom wanted to be mad about whatever she was going through. She's like, I don't.
I'm going to be honest with you. This really kind of makes me want to go share a bottle of gin with my dad.
Because that would be the one you would want to
Just
throw
some
up and
straight
punch
some
him.
shit out.
Oh my God! Can you imagine a better day of you puking in your dad's face and punching him right
In
afterwards?
my underwear.
Yeah, in your underbritches. Let's not make it fancy.
Underbridge.
Let's not fancy this bar fight up.
Jerry, I think you need to forgive him.
No, I think you need to drink a bottle of gin and sit down with the man. Shit, I'll drive.
Look, these are two wildly different angels on my shoulder.
Absolutely.
That's wild. I think you need
That's
to
a funny
forgive
sketch.
him.
Guys,
That's a funny sketch.
You being my angel and my devil on
and
my
the
shoulder.
dog. I'll do that. All right. Yeah.
Y'all are both
Hey,
like,
we
no, fuck that. Just go do it.
We know how to shoot that shit now. We know exactly how to shoot that shit now. Here's the thing though, like the other thing, like I can't eat Dairy Queen at all, cause it's like
steak finger basket got you?
No, you know what?
Anger?
I don't even know what it was. I could just tell you what happened. My brother had a game. My dad took us to go eat after the game. We had Dairy Queen. I might have got a burger or something like that, bro. I was 13 or something like that. That shit fucked me. I was on smash.
Yeah.
And I was messed up for a while and I could never eat it. And then one day, Shay was just like, hey, I got some dairy. We live right by one. All right, let me give it another shot. Same fucking thing. I'm done, dog. I don't.
It can take a Dairy Queen in particular. I have a very specific Dairy Queen memory of that I right now. It's
Yeah,
like,
exactly. You think about it, you're like, oh,
Hey, my
shit.
friend.
yeah, my friend. I was on the road. So one of these road trips, and I guarantee you, back and forth to Dallas or some dumb Texas city, there's Dairy Queens. You can eat at Dairy Queen or the grocery store. Those are your fucking choices. So I go to a Dairy Queen, and I was this was like there was a phase where 190-pound Slade did not give a fuck what he ate. Like I was bro,
reckless.
I didn't know that my metabolism had slowed down when I quit smoking. I was in denial. Like, bitch, I can eat anything I want to, and I did that
Is
from
this
my
age or specifically because you had stopped smoking?
a combination
Smoking
of.
does it pretty bad.
But
though.
smoking was heavy.
that's
I was smoking 3 packs a day. Like it was crazy. So it was. I know that was doing something to my metabolism, but it was also timed congruently with age,
with age.
where you just about the time your metabolism would slow down. I also pulled the red handle on the bus and was like, ah.
39 to 40.
I was already in the kind of I didn't give a fuck phase. So I'm in this road trip of just eating shit on the road or whatever. Yeah. And I stop at a Dairy Queen and I was just like, give me the biggest steak finger basket you have. How many? What? Just give it to me. Well, that'll be whatever. And I bought it and I put it, and I don't remember if it was 9 or 12, whatever that number was. But those steak fingers are like this.
They're solid, yeah.
They're like this. Like 2 of them's a whole. If you put that on bread, that would be a sandwich. Yeah. And then they give you bread. They give you Texas toast, which is like an inch thick and just soaked in Dairy Queen butter or dilly bars and deep whatever they do to their bread. And then they give you those fries they're like the little thin ones, and there's just a clump of them, and they're never fried quite enough. They're just sort of like the grease was $3.49 or something. You know what I mean? Like why do these weigh 8 pounds? They fit in my hand. And then you got the gravy. And I just remember that drive, and I didn't give a shit. I'm probably stoned. I'm driving, I'm hungry, and I'm just shoving this in my mouth. I look down, there's still like 9 left, and I'm full, but I'm like, I paid for it. So fuck you. And I put those wet, just hot fries in my mouth, dipping shit in the gravy. I must have eaten 12 of these steak fingers. And that night, I didn't have a show. Thank God. My body revolted. Like Americans in the early 1700s. I was fucking done. It was like, just get this out of me. And I don't know if it was the Dairy Queen specific or if it was the fact that I ate 12 of them and the fries and drank the gravy.
I'm going to say it's the Dairy Queen. It's because they are fucking imposters. They, for years, have had Whataburger's goddamn slogan. We do not like Texas because of fucking Dairy Queen. They say that for years. That's what I like about bullshit. That dude's from Wisconsin or some shit.
No shit.
He has to be. I'm just saying. I feel like I'm just saying. I kind of been talking to this chick that's into witchcraft and shit. Maybe that spirit.
Well, we're not going where we thought we were for the second half.
But I'm saying that spirit is like, you can't just say that shit. Now that you put this commercial out everywhere, I'm just saying.
That's a cocky statement.
We got a generational gap between the two of us.
And we both
are like, man, fuck Dairy Queen. It made me throw up.
There should be a question mark at the end of that. Like DQ. That's what you like about Texas?
That's what it
You know what I mean?
That's it.
That's
what we're rolling with. Dairy Queen.
That's
out of all the other
all the
options.
shit. Fucking
You got
Whataburger,
Whataburger. You got Frenchies.
rodeo. You got
Hakeem Olajuwon. I take Olajuwon. That's why I like
I
Texas.
take Yao Ming over Dairy Queen.
Steve Francis.
I take Stephen King over Dairy
Over
Queen, and he's from Maine.
I'll be honest, I take Ted Cruz over Derek.
Motherfucker must have drank some gin.
Yeah.
Call back, get paid.
That's really funny.
Yeah,
The
that's a
only
Republican
one that ever
joke.
got me was Popeyes, man. I was and it wasn't even
Don't
because
you
of,
sully the
no,
word.
No, it wasn't even because of pie. Here's the fucked up
Turn
part.
your racist ass back
sorry,
around.
but I
You're
didn't-
not beholden on behalf of the black race to
just
defend
saying,
Popeyes.
man.
I'll
Shit.
do it
No,
for
it's
you.
like my favorite now. But
Oh,
there was a
alright.
time.
Okay, all right.
What got you, the chicken?
I'm about to say you.
no,
2
it
weeks
wasn't
in
even
a-
something. What happened is
Tell
I
me you
was
had a
pull-
bad moment with crawfish and remoulade at a
Oh,
Popeyes, and I'm with you.
Popeyes,
I understand
I
how that
pulled
went
into
south.
the back of a Popeyes in Lafayette, Louisiana, right?
The buffet?
And I was pulling around to the drive-through.
The buffet?
And the dude was hauling the trash to the trash, and he picked this giant, clear, squirming, coagulated bag of Popeye's garbage up. And for whatever reason, there was a bunch of raw chicken in this bag. And he flopped it over the trash can. When he did, it busted, and that smell escaped, and I had my windows down. I was listening to Leonard Skinner, Call Me the Breeze. I don't even listen to that song anymore. The shit came through my car.
Couldn't have been that
with
smell.
such a
Could it have been?
force.
The wrong Skinner song.
Yeah. That shit came
give it a
through-
track.
That shit came through my window like a sea of.
Yeah.
If you smell chicken's been kept in a bag for a week and not done anything with, it's bad. Like,
Listen, no, but I've
And
got a
I-
friend who's told a pants off metaphor that it's very similar.
I immediately and drove out of the parking
immediately threw
lot.
up.
I didn't go to Popeyes for like 4 years over that shit.
But doesn't it
Because
comfort
every time
you?
I'd drive by Popeyes, I was like, boy, that sounds. No,
yeah,
no,
yeah.
no.
It hits you.
It's still
Doesn't
not
it
over.
comfort you though that they have regular chickens in there? That it's not just all frozen and shipped. You know, like
It really disturbed me actually at the time. I was
Okay,
like,
now,
why do
had
y'all
they-
even have these? Who
had they
brought these?
been live chickens but dead. You know what I mean? Just feathered
That's
and
really funny. Yeah,
that
yeah,
would
yeah.
have been disturbing.
Yeah.
Because you know they're just kept in a box,
Mhm.
and that when they need a new order,
It was
I put a spin on the neck. You're savage. You just pull. I put a spin,
Yeah.
so it.
Yeah. You want to give it a roller coaster ride before it goes out, Slade?
Hey, bro, come on. It's like dying skydiving.
Okay.
You want
ever
some?
You ever seen them dudes kill them snakes like that? I got a buddy that kills snakes like that. He'll grab them by the tail and snap them like a whip. It'll break their neck like that. Boom, kill them.
We know who all your buddies voted for. Both times. But
Well, you're right on that one. I was. I can't hide.
We did. Some of your buddies think he still won.
Yeah, I was about to say that buddy's still voting for him.
That's the gin drinkers. But weirdly, when they drink cognac, they go the other way. It's a weird turn.
Yeah, but it's so much. He's not like a big scary guy, but he just grew up, out in the country
know how
and
to
stuff.
do it.
And he'll reach. I seen him reach down and just grab a snake by the tail, snap that sucker like a whip, and it's done.
What an odd skill set. Would you pass? Is that something you'd pass to your children? Like, is that like a family?
I feel like you got to, man.
Hey, come on, boy. You're about the age. Come
I
on,
mean-
come
I
on
mean,
now.
Aubrey gets about 14. We're gonna go snap a snake.
Is
you know?
that your family?
Well, that's
like
how you're not scared of them no more. When you know you can do that to them, then you ain't got to worry about them.
That's totally
All
fair.
you can move ain't no snakes.
That's. Or you could just not fuck with snakes. I live where there are snakes, and I've managed to live my whole life without snapping a snake's
Really?
neck. I've
But
hit
you
a
like
lot
the-
with a shovel.
Okay, I was about to say, man.
But it's that seems like the hard way.
Yeah.
That's I got to get in close. We got to do a
Yeah,
dance.
but
I got to make a
everybody
popping
that
sound.
sees it immediately makes a mental note in their head not to ever fuck with you again.
Yes, because it worked. But I think about the amount of times I'm an
That
older
it
brother.
maybe did work.
I'm an older brother. I got 3 younger brothers. The amount of times I've been closest to a towel
Okay. Bow. Yeah.
and not gotten the pop off. You know what I mean? Where you accidentally do it and it snaps back and hits you in your own damn
Well,
face.
the adrenaline
That,
of
but
the
a-
venom and the fangs makes you do better.
Maybe so, but also the thought of that, but to the face.
What?
Well, if you're worried about getting snapped with your own towel, you're not that worried about it. But if you know this thing could bite you in the ear and kill you,
No, the
make
bigger
sure
point
it's-
is I don't actually know how to do the thing with the thing.
That's
so
it. Yeah,
I'm
you're like,
a-
I don't know. I'm not finna.
I think the
that's-
pressure would improve your performance. is
Now,
all I'm
had
saying.
my father at 14 taken me out back
see.
to pop a snake.
That's a problem.
I feel like it's a lot. You know what it's like with the snapping the snake shit? It's like when you first learn how to drive. It's a lot of screaming.
Yes.
In the
Yes.
hold on the wheel. I think it's a lot of that shit.
I did the wrong thing with my foot or whatever.
Goddamn, you got to snap. You got to snap this motherfucker.
Is this how we'll identify Jerry Wayne's children from here on out? You will know them by the snake they snap? Is that the...
That's really fucking.
Is,
Saying. Anybody that sees you do it once is
that's a hell of a family
it's a
gift.
new thing.
I'm not upset with this. I just want to be there when you teach the children to snap the snakes. You know.
Well, hey.
For the,
I mean,
are
we
you
all-
anything you're gonna
Well, I
pass
ain't gonna
on?
teach that boy to do it because he'll just go around doing it all the time. He's a little warped. You know, you don't got to kill every snake. Some
Go.
snakes is okay. You know,
Why don't you just get him his own snake that he can just pop until he's happy?
work with that. But
How would people identify your children? Would you give them would there be a physical trait like something genetic, or would
Holy
it be
smokes.
a behavioral
you didn't
trait?
even know he did that to you, did you?
Man, I would probably shut your ass up. Yeah. To answer the question.
No.
You jolly giggling bastard. I hate when you write, Jerry. Anyway.
I know.
I hate
It really
I
bothers
really
you.
hate it. I hate it. No.
I never even care about right until I get here.
Yeah. All right, this is the most shit Trey don't know. If
Loving you is wrong. I don't
Okay.
want to be white.
Malcolm X red hair. Bet he didn't know that shit. No, man, a trait that they probably know my kids for. Probably pimping.
Pimping? How early would they start?
My dad was giving me game at 7. Like I probably could have been like I probably could have pimped at like 10.
What would you pimp at 10 though?
You're my 10-year-old host.
No, you pimp.
Oh shit! I
Well, I don't
apologize.
think we can talk about that here. No.
I mean-
we've deleted those
Guys,
episodes.
we're in Houston. No, I'm kidding. I take that back.
Pineapple.
I apologize. I didn't mean to say that.
I just mean in terms of like pimping is a skill set. The product does not matter.
You know what? Honest truth. Somebody would be able to identify my kid by how loud and wrong they be.
That's
Yes, that I
that's a
believe.
starting
Like
point.
it would be like
2 + 2 ain't 4. That's
it-
bullshit.
Exactly.
Daycare ain't real.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. White facts.
Yeah. That you'd be like, hey, is your dad name? Yeah, it would be that type of thing. Cause
What do you mean, Martin
Don't be
Luther-
Googling any motherfucker. You don't need to know. You know?
What do you mean Martin
100%.
Luther King didn't eat his own applesauce?
Yeah, 100%. It would be because I am this is a major problem. Whenever I talk to women about the women that just want to have my kids, which I didn't know that would be.
Is that a category of people?
Yeah, that's weird. We'll talk later. Anyway, divorce life is great.
Right, which
But you do. But like whenever we talk about it, they end up being skeptical about it because I believe in my kids being able to be very liberated and free thinking and expressing, especially in the house.
okay.
There's a certain decorum you have to take with you when you out in the world.
Right.
But like when we in the house, let's speak freely, let's speak open, because I come from a sit down and shut the fuck up type of growing up, and I know how that restricted me as an adult. It's shit that I can't, that I'm at fear or I stop myself from I don't even know why. It's a mental block. My mind don't even go to a certain area to do something because I've been handcuffed mentally for however many years, because you grow up knowing like I don't have this, I had no as an option.
So you're gonna let these kids Lil Nas X their way through the house?
I mean, you want boobs, man. Let's just go ahead and see what we can do. You know what I mean? Like, let's see.
My kids are allowed to cuss at home.
You
and-
call your
and we
kids
just-
they. Don't try this right now,
We
Jerry.
just ask
You
them-
have suppressed to a lot of shit
Well, I call one of them that.
extracted from your upbringing.
The other one's still.
He's
Doing what he
he's
wants to
doing
do.
what he wants to do. Gotcha.
But they're allowed to cuss in the house, but they're not.
Wait, both of them or just one?
Yeah,
I'm
both
so
of them.
fucking
Both of
confused
them,
right
both
now.
of them.
See?
I'm talking about the plurality right now. Both
All right.
kids are allowed
Both
to cuss
kids.
in the house, and we just ask that when we're in public, other adults aren't going to understand this, and other kids aren't going to understand this.
Mm-hmm.
And there was when we first took the reins off with Aubrey, there was about a week where
Just
there
where
was
it was-
a lot coming out of Aubrey's mouth, and then it was like, well, fuck, this is boring. And Aubrey never curses anymore. It's so rare. Every once in a while, they'll get
You
really upset with
untabooed
their
it.
brother.
Yeah, exactly.
But Noah, still to this day, I have to come down on him because he will just fuckity fuck.
So that's the question. Like, what's the how far does it go? Are they playing video games and goddamn cocksucking shit, fucking motherfucker?
I don't use language quite that devastating around the house. So
they're
most
not
of what
just
they
getting
know,
it
they
from
know
you.
from me. Though.
But there's also this
Yeah,
thing
yeah,
called
yeah.
the internet
Yeah,
that they
yeah.
might have accidentally stumbled across some other
Well,
information.
he's 9, so we still have him kind of
He's
on a
kinda
tight
restricted.
leash. Yeah,
Gotcha.
Right, but he's also more technologically advanced than you, so maybe y'all think you have him on a tight leash.
Dude, some of these YouTube dickheads. Boy, if I find Jesse and Mike, I'm gonna whip shit out of both
Wait,
of them.
who's Jesse and Mike?
It's this dude and his fucking puppet.
He's dating a
and they're
witch, and I
bunch
want to
of
talk to you more right now.
It's this dude and his fucking puppet, and his puppet is an asshole. And I ever catch his puppet, I'm gonna beat the shit out of this puppet because I've had more issues with my son over this fucking puppet and his mimicry of this puppet.
That's a true story. That someone did. Was it either Jamie Liss? I think it was Jamie Lissow in Street. We were working together, and he had a fake. He just had a puppet and was saying asshole stuff with it, and a dude got mad at the puppet
And whooped that ass.
Well, no, he threw the puppet at the guy and ran. But
that guy's still stomping the shit out of that puppet.
I don't know what happened.
That's really funny.
That's wow.
Yeah, Jesse and Mike. I don't know if that's the name of the show. I just know.
What'd they teach your kid?
He picked up quite a bit from Jesse and Mike in a very short period of time. So the puppet, I don't know if that's Jesse or Mike, but the puppet is a little asshole that plays pranks and then just cocksucker this and that and every other kind of thing. And don't even know how he found it because it got past parental controls, as far as the YouTube, and dude, it's some of the most worst shit. But then also Noah watches my YouTube channel, so
yeah. So yours is pretty innocuous.
If I can ask this, because you're a parent, so I asked my what is she? My sister. I got confused. We used to fuck around, so I got confused. No, I'm kidding. I almost said my girl, but anyway,
because I meant niece, but no,
I meant my sister. Anyway. You got buddies that talk like this anyway, but they mean it. So I had I talked to my sister this weekend, and I wanted to take my niece to go see Jackass, right? And the family came down on me hard.
No.
About no and this, that, and the fourth. And I want to know, are they right that it's like, it's not age appropriate as far as them watching it by themselves?
Oh,
Warning,
I thought they came down because you wanted to take your niece somewhere. Because then I was like, yeah, they're right.
This was funny. So this
but
was
no, that
funny.
movie's not that bad.
After I said that, they were like, hey, you know what? Just don't even.
Jackass, though, is one of those, like, my concerns.
It's a lot of dick jokes. But
Well,
meaning like, and it's.
But you have to put their dick jokes. Those are, you got to put the connections together, right? It's a child head does, to me, I don't know.
Okay.
I only know my adjacency to children in my family,
Yeah.
but it seems like they start question, once you start getting into shit they really don't understand, that's where their brain starts lighting up. As long as you're just kind of giving them digestible stuff, which is dudes getting hit in the balls or falling off horses or whatever, jumping off, but whatever they're doing, it's just once you get to the actual where you're really sitting there hammering home dick jokes, that's where I feel like a kid's like, what was that? But man, one or two in passing when you're distracting them with all the moving parts, Jackass should be an easy swallow.
I don't know if you should ever start another sentence with the 3 words, the child head.
Well, that's an episode title.
The child head, yeah. True enough.
That feels troubling.
But it's kind of like, that was everybody's thing, was that it was, they're showing dick, and you see it, like, bro, it's
if it's full frontal nudity, yes, you should not bring your niece or your sister.
Is this niece also being raised in a hotel room?
By your parents.
No.
How old is your niece?
They might be sheltered.
She turns 5 in March.
I would not.
You can't take a 5-year-old to see Jackass, Trey?
What?
I thought she was like 13 or some shit. What?
What's the problem?
Why did you? What?
I'm gonna explain myself.
There's no explaining.
Why I
Please,
turned
God.
everybody to the right of me into Rob Mungo. That's what happened. He sounds just like Rob. What? The fuck? He sounds just like Rob right now.
I am fucking mad about the Beatles. I am. You have
No, hear me out. So like
5?
this motherfucker's Adam's losing.
I'm gonna have to listen to Power Station on the way
So-
home. Calm down.
No, here's the thing. So like the reason I wanted to take her to see it is because her favorite show is the Eric Andre show that I introduced her to. So she loves this show and she just likes.
So she's used to censored full frontal nudity.
So
She
it's
just doesn't know
blur.
what's behind the blur.
So I'm like, look, do you want to go see the thing that inspired the thing that you love so much?
And then she went popsicle
She
because
went-
she's 5.
No, she went, yes, and she very proper. Yes, Uncle Trey, I would love that. That's how she talks. So I was like, all right, let me see what I can blah, blah, blah. So I asked my mom first, and they said no. And the way I'm seeing it is that also my niece is in a weird comedy thing. She loves telling jokes. Like, she tells a bunch of knock-knock jokes and stuff. She's into this. She really likes comedy. So
Take her to the sound waves. Let her listen to the soundtrack.
There you go.
So the way I saw it was like, well, look, this is your taste of comedy right now.
Right.
You like pranks and shit like that. This is the shit. This is like, for my generation, this is the fucking cream of the crop. Let's go. We go see Jackass together. And, you know, and she's there. The rules is no one 18 or under should see it without a supervision.
Right. And you took her.
I'm supervision.
They let either one of you in
She's
there. It's
4
amazing.
and some change. I'm gonna pay to get her in. We sit there. Anything comes up, I'm gonna guide her through it. Hey, that's something you'll know about that later. But if anybody comes at you with it, you kick them in it. You know what I'm saying?
Fair.
And then we just go through the thing. It's like this prank, all right, and explaining the prank to her, blah, blah, whatever. It's just us bonding. I hate that they sort of removed. They're not looking at it from that lens. They're looking at it like, well, she sees this, and it is just all bad consequences.
Wow.
So it's like, what if she sees it and this is me looking at what my parents thought, like what
That's
they said.
that's remarkably evolved.
Because they're like, I'm going to keep you from this. But I could remember when I would see something, I'm like, my mind's not in that area.
No.
I would want to see something because of whatever it is.
Right.
And the way that she expresses herself, like, just in that funny comedic way, I know where it would. She's not thinking about that part. She's just laughing at them getting kicked in the balls and blah blah. She'll be laughing, be like, it looks
Universally
weird, it's funny.
Okay.
And nothing, bro. We got to get you on a moped falling. Nothing beats fat people falling. I don't give a damn, bro. On anything motorized, shit. We get you on a Huffy or some shit, man. Just, Hank. He gonna make a noise.
Next time he
I'm a
calls
good
you
rider.
up. Next time he calls you up and says, "Hey, want to go to Slade's and do some sketches?"
Yeah,
Let's,
yeah. Just have a Huffy ready.
just say no, bro. Just say no.
Hell no.
Just say no. Hey, man, meet me at the Memorial Bike Trail. Fuck
This
you
is-
in your face.
Which is what he says to me now.
Didn't you get rained on?
You left me in the rain.
Now he did. I got rained on. I got rain. We were so far away. I got rained on 3 times on the way
God
home.
damn.
That's how bad it was. It rained 3 times. 2 of them I dried out on. That's how far I had to ride.
Why you feel like 4 is too young? I know we gotta wrap up.
We did
but
just this one.
Why you feel like 4 is that's too young?
4?
Yeah. Or
Yeah.
she's about to be 5 though, so that's a big jump.
Yeah.
Basically graduated from the force.
I think it should be illegal to take anybody under 8 to the movie theater.
from an
adult standpoint.
I'm also in the theater standpoint. You're a bit of an asshole. You're an asshole for different reasons. I don't care how you traumatize the kids. Stop fucking up our movie. We're trying to go.
I don't think they ought to be allowed.
He left them
Wow.
and all them at home, and we're watching a movie.
People-
Your ass.
People get mad at me because even though I have kids, when a lot of those restaurants are like, hey, we're not going to serve people kids anymore. I was like, fuck yeah, go for it.
Absolutely. Jerry takes
you
it.
are to be able to go to a place where there's not kids. if
Here's
you
how
want to.
evolved Jerry is. He goes to the movies with his kids. They tell people to shut the fuck up,
Yeah.
and then he chastises them when they get home. We talked about this in public. We talked about this. Tell Trey and his kid to shut the fuck up. Yeah. And this is, we gotta end this one. You guys in the chat, hang tight. We're gonna talk to you. This episode down. Let's vote on the title. Throw them up or the child head. Let's see what happens. 993 is in the can. Trey Tutson, Jerry Wayne Longmire. Not with us. Sam Damaris. He is boat bound. Back with us next week. Kind of a cool in studio session. No, wait.
No, he's not
We'll
gonna be
get
back
Sam
next
back to the 28th.
No.
Yeah,
He ain't
that's what he told
available
us.
on the 14th or the 21th. You gotta check the chat.
Yeah.
Read, my brother.
All right. I thought he was. I
You'll
thought he
be
was.
less mad at him if you
No,
read
I
it now.
thought.
All right, I'll read it now.
Yeah.
Then, all right, I'm gonna go back and check it out. That's so true. That's so true. That's so true. But I want to stay on
If
the
you
air.
wait to find this out on
I want to
Valentine's
stay on
Day,
the air
you'll be
till
unhappy.
his voice comes back to earth. That was Felix Baumgartner over here jumping out.
Fucking funny.
Adam Taylor dealing everything behind the scenes. We're gonna take a quick break. We're gonna talk to you guys in the chat, and we'll get back to the rest of you later. 993 in the can. See you soon.
Boom.
They don't want no problems. Nah.
Music provided by
Scarface.
Thank you for listening to yet another excellent episode of the Whiskey Brothers Podcast, the world's funniest podcast ever. The Whiskey Brothers Podcast was made in America by Americans, mostly in and around the Houston area. All content copyright the Whiskey Brothers. This concludes our broadcast day. Goodbye.